blasphemous.
Welcome to Podcast and Kill, a channel dedicated to everything horror. In today's video, I want to go over my ranking of the Halloween movies. Now keep in mind, this is strictly my opinion. You can either disagree or you can agree with me. I see posts like these on forums and groups nearly every single day. I feel like the placement is wrong with what makes these Halloween movies good or bad. If you like what you see, be sure and drop a like on the video and consider subscribing for more content like this. First and foremost, body count, as well as creativity in the kills. Now keep in mind, these are slashers, so a high body count may not make a great film. Though numbers help, I will be pointing out some of the more memorable kills in each movie. The second category is the actual story for the film. Does it fit the series? Yes, Thorn Trilogy, I am looking at you. If the story is shit, that will impact placement. For this ranking series, I'm literally going to go from the beginning to the current film. Starting with 1978. This movie is nostalgic. Yes, I get that. But is it enough to rank it high or low? In 1978, Michael kills 5 people, as well as Lester the dog. Not exactly a high count, but some of the kills are a bit to remember. Bob being pinned on the door. Though not realistic, it is by far the best kill of the movie. The story is quite basic, nothing too extravagant. Guy stalking babysitters, killing them, cool. Overall, it's a great movie. I'm gonna have to go with B tier on this, and this is mainly due to a low body count and it's a decent story. It is a great movie, don't get me wrong, but the only thing keeping it so high is the nostalgia. It is a low body count movie. Kills are decently creative. The story is good, but I'm sorry, it's not S tier or A tier in my opinion. This is a B tier film. Moving on to Halloween 2. Now this being a direct sequel to the 1978 original, this movie was actually really good. We're looking at 9 deaths, one being Ben Tramer. Original films usually hold the crown, but Halloween 2 definitely is amped up series above the original film. The body count has increased somewhat with so many more memorable kills, but we all know the best kill of the movie has to be Nurse Karen being drowned. Wrong. In my humble opinion, Nurse Jill had the best kill of the film. It truly showed Michael's strength, being able to lift her up. I know, many of you only like the hot tub scene for the boobies.
Hey, what you watching?
Calm down there, TikTok Jesus. Now as for the story, it's quite simple. It's a continuation of the original film. Michael is still in pursuit of Laurie. Had the studio stopped here, this would be the end of the video. But they saw dollar signs and Halloween 3 didn't take well to fans at first. For these reasons, I will be putting Halloween 2 above Halloween 1, but still keeping it as a B tier movie. And now we have arrived at Halloween 3, which isn't about Michael Myers whatsoever, but it is above another film, so I won't make it F tier, but this one will be sitting at D tier over the technicality of it not being a Michael Myers Halloween film. Though it is a Halloween film, as I said, this is my opinion, take it or leave it. And now on to the 3 films that everyone loves. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This movie has some great parts here and there. I wasn't exactly a fan of the mask, but hey, that's for another time. This is about the kills and the story. The studio absolutely amped up the body count with The Return of Michael Myers. We are sitting at 19 kills with this film, 2 of which were not Michael, but hey, 17 is still a lot. Now I know what everyone is thinking, the shotgun into Kelly is the best kill. Think again. With this film, I have to give it to Bucky. Here again, we have an absolute amazing display of Michael's strength. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate gore like everyone else. But this time, he literally tosses a grown man into a transformer. With this timeline, having Laurie still as his sister, it makes sense for him to continue going after his next of kin, Jamie. Because we are unaware of the thorn and its meaning, at this given time, nobody was expecting the Cult of Thorn. Nobody. Story-wise, the movie's pretty solid and has a variety of kills with a high body count. This film is definitely a fan favorite throughout the franchise. I'm going to give this one a B tier, but I'm going to be putting it above Halloween 1 and 2, specifically because there's a lot of good kills. The story actually wasn't bad. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. One of the worst films in the series, but not the worst. Now keep in mind, I'm not critiquing the masks here, even though this is by far the worst mask in the franchise, excluding the CGI on H2O. We're not getting in the mask though. I'm going to ignore this for my ranking. In Halloween 5, we're looking at 20 bodies for the count, 8 of which were due to Dr. Wynn at the end. The Michael dispatched of 12 people in this film. For the best kill, I'm going to have to go with Mike. Though it was a simple kill, he was an absolute douchebag and deserved it. The story began at an okay pace, but But as the movie progressed, we learned the Man in Black was there to assist Michael, which didn't really make sense because Michael is a killing machine that really doesn't need any help. So for me, the story here was quite boring for my taste. Also, why'd they have to kill Rachel and Tina? That is a huge no for me and most of the fan base. At least spare one for the next film, but nope, they were killed off. For obvious reasons, this film is going down a little bit on the tiers. We're going to drop it down to a C tier. It started out good and slowly went to shit. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Okay, I'm 50-50 on this one. We're back at 17 kills for Michael, with none of them being at the hands of anyone else. For this film, the best kill, in my opinion, was John Strode. This guy was a complete asshole to his own family. He got exactly what he deserved. As for the story, holy shit, this film took a hard turn from the beginning. I am personally not a fan of someone controlling Michael other than himself. The story for this movie is complete shit and should have never been made, in my opinion. But hey, we did get some good kills. This one is going to remain in C tier, but slightly above part 5 due to Michael wiping out the cold. That was nice. I did like that. Halloween H2O. This film had mad potential. I remember seeing this movie as a kid. Had they actually had a few more kills in this movie, it could have been a solid ending to Michael Myers, and I don't think the community would have been mad at all. But the studio wanted money, and Michael Myers is a cash cow, so they decided to keep making movies. 7 people died in H2O, 6 of which were by the hands of Michael. The best kill in this film is I'm gonna have to go with Laurie trying to kill Michael at the end. Only to find out later he strategically knocked out the paramedic and swapped positions with him and clothing. This shows Michael's intelligence. Though he was locked up since he was 6, he clearly has intelligence. Had the kill actually been Michael, it would have been a perfect way to end the franchise, hands down. The story behind the film is actually a nice, clean story. Not really too many issues with it. It just has a low body count for me. I'm gonna go have to slap this one at the bottom of the B tier films. It's not perfect, but it's still a good film. Now on to everyone's favorite, Halloween Resurrection. This film is straight ass and goes down to F tier.
Shut the fuck up! Know your fucking place, trash!
End of discussion. Movie had 12 kills. They weren't all that great. Some kills were decent, but the story was complete shit. Honestly, it's just another cash grab at Michael. Nothing to write home about. But for the best kill, I'm going to have to go with Jenna being decapitated because she was annoying as shit. So that best kill goes to her. Story was weak as shit. At this point, the studio just seemed desperate for more money. So they brought Michael back one more time. F tier. Just F tier. We have now arrived at Rob Zombie's reboot, Halloween 2007. This film wasn't actually bad. They changed quite a bit about how it all began. Michael was now bullied into pretty much killing everyone. He was bullied at school, bullied at home. Kid had it rough.
Let me tell you something, that freak of yours, he needs some serious discipline. I mean, he runs around like a little bitch.
After he escapes, it's pretty much a copy and paste movie. Michael takes down 8 people out of the 20 who died. For this one, I had a hard time deciding on the best kill, but I'm gonna have to go with Wesley. That kid was a dickbag and fully got what he deserved. The story is a direct copy of the original minus the childhood twist. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this one B tier, but at the top because the body count was high and the kills were good, and the story twist wasn't that bad in my opinion. Halloween 2 was the disaster of the 2 reboots. First and foremost, they had Michael actually speak, which was a shit move altogether. The Shape is a silent killer that never speaks, plain and simple. For the body count, we're looking at 17 excluding Coroner Hooks and Michael. Coroner Hooks died in the accident, so Michael didn't actually kill him. The story seemed okay at times, but was absolutely garbage when they added Ghost Mom and Ghost Kid Myers and the whole psychological side of it. That was just complete shit in my opinion. I'm not a fan of that part of the movie. The kills were actually great, the story sucked, but we can only have one F tier movie, so this one goes to the bottom of D tier. Don't get me wrong, the brutality of Michael in this one was great, but the story overall was still shit. Halloween 2018, a new updated sequel to the 1978 original. It has now been 40 years, and of course Michael escapes by the hands of Dr. Sartain. Michael manages to take down 15 people in this 2018 sequel. My absolute favorite kill for this movie is Dr. Sartain stomps his face in. It is 100% warranted.
Say something.
The story is actually really great with this movie, with many great moments. This movie is definitely at the top for me. This film will be the only A tier film for me. Halloween 2018 was such a great movie, and I really am looking forward to Halloween Ends. Now on to Halloween Kills, the current final film until Halloween Ends releases October 14th, 2022. Be sure to check that one out when it drops. This movie is by far one of my favorite Halloween films. This movie gave me chills of excitement the first time I saw it. I actually did a kill count video. I will put it in the description if you guys want to check it out. To my personal gathering, Michael slaughtered 40 people in this film, hence the name Kills. To get a better understanding where the 40 came from, be sure to check out my kill count video for this movie. Link will be in the description. The best kill in my opinion is Cameron. This kid takes a beating before having his neck ultimately snapped. Such a great moment leading to the end. The story, to me, did have some hiccups, but overall, the movie played out as planned. It is a middle trilogy Halloween film with a massive body count. The movie delivered as intended. People were going to give me shit over the placement for this film, and that's on them. I, for one, am not stuck in the past. I understand movies need to evolve. If every Halloween film were exactly like 1978, the franchise would not be where it is today. Halloween Kills takes the cake. S tier all the way. Like it or not, the film was fantastic. True fans appreciate every film in the franchise. Now, I personally liked Halloween Kills because it delivered its name, Kills. It had a high body count. The kills were great. The story wasn't probably the best to most fans. I absolutely liked it. It had a couple minor issues. The hospital scene was definitely way too long. It could have cut out about half that scene, honestly. And yes, evil dies tonight. We get it. Nobody liked them chanting that a million damn times. But you know what? Hey, the movie was about the mentality of the mob and Michael slaughtering the mob. Now, once Halloween Ends drops, I may update this list later on. Just give me some time. Let me know down below your thoughts on this ranking. Do you agree or disagree? Be sure to subscribe if you're new and drop a like to support the channel. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a good night.
I'm fucking infamous.